Naked anxiety. We are in the midst of a health boom that borders on the excessive. Television shows and magazine articles are full of information on everything from diets that promise health to the safety of genetically altered foods and concerns about pollution from environmental hormones. Colds rouse barely a ripple of attention, but the words cancer and AIDS are, are red flags. That is because they represent diseases that are often fatal. The German born philosopher Paul Tillich, 1886 to 1965, wrote in The Courage to Be that human beings cannot bear, even for an instant, the naked anxiety of death. A straight on confrontation with death itself would be too terrifying. And so instead, we battle illness and environmental problems. Fear of nuclear war or earthquakes or depression is based ultimately on the threat of death. Each of us is death's fool. Struggle to escape as we will, we can only run full tilt toward death. What may lie beyond the wall of death, we cannot say. Is there any anxiety greater than an uncertain future? Because we are running in the dark, nothing we may have happened to pick up along the way can provide heartfelt cheer. What is the source of this suffering, we ask? Unless we know the true cause of life's suffering, we can never know true relief or contentment. The ultimate purpose of life is to have the root of all suffering eliminated and be filled with the joy that exults. How glad I am to be born human.
Okay, very nice.
One more sentence.
Okay.
Confronting death does not mean sliding vainly into depression. Rather, it is the first step toward making the moments of our life outside the shine. The sun. Okay.
Oh, so beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, the naked anxiety of death, it's kind of like people want to take a preemptive like action before something even happens because the anxiety is so strong they cannot stay still. So if we don't understand the root cause of this anxiety, we always have to live like in an offense or aggression mode, unsettled mode. Yeah, because we think we can protect ourselves, but as you read very beautifully, no matter how much we take care of health or advanced science and medicine, we are moving full tilt towards something we
Yeah.
despise the most. What do you think, John? Kevin?
Yeah. I was, when I read, I reflect on different parts of my life and different times. And I used to be real obsessive about my physical health. And I paid scant attention to my spirituality. And it's so funny now because some of the things that I did and substances I took were actually had the potential to speed it along. You know, it's just it's amazing how we get caught up in that web. Because we in the back of our minds we think, not me. You know, I'm not gonna die. Yeah, right. And yeah, and yet for whatever reason, I've been blessed with a life that's lasted longer than most of my immediate constituents.
Mhm,
You know, a lot of the people who I got clean with, um, they're gone.
mhm,
You know,
mhm,
and the majority of them didn't die. Well, they didn't die from normal causes, and so I count every moment as a blessing.
mhm.
You know,
Right.
sometimes.
We try. Yeah,
Yeah.
the more we see the fragility of life or the fleeting nature of life, the less likely we are to waste it. So people waste
Yeah.
time or they kill time,
Yeah.
they idle away because they think it's infinite amount of time that they have. So that's the delusional thinking we all have. Buddha called it wrong view. So
Hmm.
this wrong view is more dangerous than like not having a house or not having food. It's more dangerous and most people don't realize the real danger. Yeah, dealing with the root cause of problems is that we have wrong views or delusions, thinking that, oh, I'm not going to die tonight and I'm not going to die tomorrow. So, tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, again, we think, I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
Not today, not tomorrow. So, that means never. But we all know that's not truth. What?
When is my appointment?
Yeah. So, if we understand the source of delusion in our own mind, then we can deal with it. So happiness becomes ours, not because it's the absence of problems, but because we gain the ability or wisdom from the Dharma to deal with the root cause of suffering, the anxiety. Where does the anxiety come from? Yeah, it has something to do with our mortality. So, yeah, thank you so much for reading. Anybody else wants to share anything? Okay, so yeah, have a good evening if you are in the East, and have a good Saturday, everyone. We're gonna have advanced happiness class 10 a.m. and Juliet's book club about the Lantern of Lost Memories at noon Pacific time. And have a wonderful Saturday. Bye.
You as well. See you at 10.
Okay, see you at 10. Thank you.